Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Because we turn our attention to a book called Going Home. And I think this book is so interesting because it is poignant for the time in which we live, and particularly for people of the diaspora who are from Barbados, from the Caribbean, and anywhere else in the world who are now under the threat of deportation. But what is the book Going Home really truly about? The author joins us now. She is born in London, raised in Barbados, now living in Georgia. Good morning to you, Natasha Mon.
Good morning. How are you doing this fine, fabulous morning?
If my sound technician can help me, I'll hear you. But it's good to hear you. How do you do?
I'm great. I am so psyched about this opportunity to talk about going home, to be on Mornin Barbados. I can remember watching this on my way, getting ready for school. I can remember Mornin Barbados. So right now I'm, fangirling a little bit.
It is good to have you indeed on the show. So talk to me a little bit about Going Home and what this book is about.
Well, it's crazy. I wrote Going Home in 2015 when Trump first began his presidential campaign. And I am not known as an author. This was my first time writing a book, and I believe that it was a response, a response to how I felt about what he was saying, the things that he was inferring and saying directly about immigrants and people that weren't quote unquote born in America.
Mm-hmm.
So to let people to express what I was feeling, I wrote this book I would say person in about 2, maybe 3 weeks. I wrote this book, and it's it didn't get the traction that I wanted at first. However, with his unfortunate return to power and the presidency of the United States, it has become even more on point and even more poignant now than before, because he's actually going through with the deportations that he had threatened his first go around. And that is precisely what the book Going Home is about.
It's not a book of instructions about what to do. It's a story. And so
Yes.
whose story are you telling?
Okay, so the book is centers around an African American family during a time of real racial, problems and issues worldwide. The worldwide is going through a lot of racial tension, and during this time, the family suffers a tragedy. They lose a family member, and that creates an environment where the world comes together to create an international council for peace. And this international council for peace decides that all people must return to their country of origin worldwide. Everyone needs to go back to their starting points, and let's just stop with the immigration and that kind of stuff. However, they like that plan, but in America, America is founded from immigrants.
Mm-hmm.
So people that they don't expect or think should have to leave get the papers saying that they need to leave. So it's the response, the Native American response, the response of those that believe that they have a stake in America, where people go, what they do when they hear the no, that they need to go back. Who is an immigrant? How far back should this go? All these questions are answered in the book, and the storyline is incredible. The way the stories come together, and you start to learn about different cultures and what people think and how people, what makes them tick.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the true story and the human interaction that comes into the book and the characters were going home.
It's also wrapped up in a lot of emotions, how you feel, first of all, about
Yes.
knowing that you're going to be uprooted, feeling about the way that you're going to be leaving the things with which you'd become familiar behind, and now going back to a place, though that's where you're from, that
Yes.
is different. So how did you
It
navigate
is.
those emotions?
Well, this is supposed to be the first book. I'm planning, and I've actually started writing the sequel. And this particular book deals a lot with the disbelief that everything that I have built in this place that I call home, someone's going to come in and uproot it, take me from it, and send me to a situation that I don't know. One, to give you an example, because we follow a couple of stories. We have a main central story, but we follow a couple of stories. And one of the stories is a couple who believe that they have to go back to North Korea. And the fear of going from the freedoms that they have in America to to North Korea and what that means and what that entails, realizing that there are a lot of refugees, a lot of people coming from situations that are not pleasant, that are not something that they want to return to. Um, and you have this idea of it's not me, it's you, and this idea of it sucks to be you. I'm sorry that this is happening to you, but hold on a minute, it's happening to me too. I'm in the no, I have to uproot as well. So I think right now, what's happening in America is a lot of people are being caught in the net that they didn't think that they were going to be caught in the net. And it's crazy that that's happening, because that's exactly what I'm saying in the book that I wrote in 10 years ago. A lot of people are being caught in the net and being, ICE is coming for you. And you were like, but hold on a minute. I voted for Trump. This isn't what I signed up for. Why am I, why am I the one
Yes.
that you're coming for? But that's life. That's what it's gonna happen.
For a lot of people, it's a tragedy, but maybe it's an opportunity. It depends on your point of view, how you choose to look at it. And so I
Exactly.
just thought it's so prophetic that in 2015 you wrote a book about now. And
Yes,
here you are, maybe you're blessed, but
I hope
here you
so.
are now. So for those who want to be able to turn those pages to read about what you wrote about, how can they
Yes.
access Going Home?
Going Home is available on Amazon. I also have a website, goinghomemedia.com, but it is available on Amazon. Like I said, goinghomemedia.com. You can also contact me directly. I would love to speak to you. I'm available on Instagram, under Going Home Media. And yeah, it's affordable, it's a quick read, it's not a long book, but it is something that will have you hooked from the beginning to the end.
Oh, I'm sure. I am absolutely sure. I'm watching you, and I'm saying that you're using your national colors, blue and yellow, and all
I,
of those
I was
things.
hoping, I was hoping you would see and realize that no matter where
Yes.
I go in this world, Barbados is my roots. That's where I am. I grew up there. I went to Charles F. Broome. I went to Harrison College. I used to dance with Dance Machine, do the crop over events. So Barbados is my home, no matter what it says on my address. So
I
yes, I'm
love
gonna
it.
represent.
I love it. And that makes me so proud, really, of you and all that you've achieved and all that you continue to do, that you unapologetically stand and say, I am Barbadian. That's my
Yes,
home. Though you were
yes,
born in London.
yes. I was. I used to. I used to tell people that that was a geographical anomaly, but it, Barbados is where where it's at. That is home for me.
So how do you maintain this home feel for you in Georgia?
I have. Oh wow. I literally just said goodbye to my in-laws. They're just on their way back to Barbados today
Oh,
actually. They brought me the pone. I've got um black cake,
yes.
Morby. I could get Shirley's. I get all these little things. Yeah, there's some place that could get a Banks beer if I need to. So yes, there are little places that allow me to feel as though I am still home. Unless of course it's snowing outside. But
Yes.
we're not going to talk about that. And the Barbados Association of Georgia, they also bring that home feel as
Yes.
well, but there are different events and that.
Wow. You know, Natasha, you are an amazing Barbadian. Thanks for the book, by the way, and thank you for being so rich in who you are, knowing who you are,
Yes.
solid about who you are, and happy to share that with the rest of the world. Your book is very, very instructional for a lot of people who are now under the threat of ICE visits, and it's good for them to pick up and read. So to all of our North American viewers as well, remember,
Yes.
the book is called Going Home. You can find it on Amazon. Natasha Mon. If you look at your screen, you can see just there at the back of her the poster that tells you her name, Natasha Mon. Find the book there, or goinghomemedia.com is where you can actually go and order the book as well. It is good for you to pick up the book and read. And for those of you in Barbados as well, don't be shy. Get the book, turn the pages, and see and live the journey, the emotional journey of many, because it's not easy when it happens to you. Natasha Mon, thank you so much for joining us. I wish you well.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you so much. Have a fantastic day. I love you all.
Thank you, Natasha Mon, indeed.
Morning, morning,